He says it's a topsy-turvy world, and unlucky me has to take on the responsibility of setting things right. This line is interesting. He feels unfortunate and unwilling. A person who gathers the courage to seek revenge still finds it challenging to remain brave. This is very relatable. Despite knowing that he's heading down a thorny path, full of risks, Hamlet decides to fight on. This resolve comes from a strong sense of personal responsibility. No matter how fate tortures or even destroys him, he must shoulder it, make choices, and solve the problems himself. Everything can't be left to chance. So reading Hamlet again this year, I felt a deep sense of melancholy. From this moment, I understand those who are melancholic. They must have many stories. But when a person wants to break free, release their burdens, and completely change themselves, it's truly hard. You could see it as revenge, but who is the true target of this revenge? It's against the multitude of adversities one faces. Back to the story of Hamlet. The path of revenge is not easy. His uncle Claudius has taken the throne, wielding immense power. As a powerless prince, Hamlet has almost no support to fight against Claudius. On the other hand, what evidence does he have? All he knows comes from the ghost's words. So young Hamlet needs further proof. However, faced with Claudius's intense suspicion, Hamlet opts to feign madness temporarily. Is this a good plan? Hamlet suddenly acts insane. Will his uncle believe it? To figure out if Hamlet is truly mad or just putting on an act, the new King Claudius sends two groups of people to test him. The first group consists of Hamlet's childhood friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. It's quite disheartening. People who grew up with him abandon their friendship and willingly accept the king's assignment to find out if Hamlet is really mad and if he has any plans for revenge. There's a passage where Hamlet says, "Given our years of friendship, tell me honestly what brings you here." One of the spies replies, "We're here to visit you, my lord, for no other reason. A beggar like me, my thanks aren't worth much, but I do thank you. I think, dear friends, that you coming all this way just to get a thank you from me isn't worth it. Didn't someone send you here? Is this truly your own idea? Did you really come here on your own? Come, don't lie to me. Come on, tell me." So Hamlet's logic is quite sharp here. Under his pressure, the two men admit, "My lord, we were sent for." Hamlet then says, "I'll tell you why. That way you won't have to reveal anything, and you can preserve the secrecy you promised to the king and queen. Lately, for reasons I don't know, I've lost all my joy, stopped exercising, and feel so depressed that the entire world seems to be empty to me. This beautiful canopy, the sky, look at it, this splendid overarching sky, a majestic roof adorned with golden sunlight. Why, to me, it seems like nothing more than a foul collection of diseased air. What a masterpiece each human is! How noble in his ability to think, how unlimited in abilities, how attractive in his body and movement, how angelic in action, how godlike in understanding. The most beautiful thing in the world, the perfect ideal, standing above all other animals. And yet for me, what are humans like except dust? Men don't delight me. No, women neither, though your smiles seem to suggest that's what you were thinking. All this endless rambling nonsense does sound a bit crazy, so what is he trying to say? The two of them were left bewildered. It's like that saying, there are two things you can't look at directly, the sun and the human heart. Hamlet is indeed on the brink of madness, at his lowest point in life. Yet, instead of receiving concern and help from friends, he faces betrayal and exploitation from those he once trusted. So after this round of testing, is Hamlet truly insane? Claudius remains uncertain, but he feels uneasy. So he sends a second group of people, one of whom is special. She's a kind-hearted young woman named Ophelia, the daughter of the courtier Polonius. Anyone familiar with Hamlet knows that Ophelia is beautiful and charming, and she and Hamlet are in love. However, Ophelia's father is a greedy man. When Hamlet's father was still king, he tacitly encouraged and even supported their relationship, seeing it as beneficial to him. But when the new king Claudius took the throne, he saw Prince Hamlet as a dangerous threat and immediately demanded that his daughter distance herself from Hamlet. Now the new king needs someone to test Hamlet, and this father shamelessly decides to use his daughter as bait. Thus Hamlet is the epitome of tragedy, showcasing the fragility and unreliability of human nature to such an extent that it can be disheartening. What can we trust? The tragedy of Hamlet and Ophelia is a crucial element in the play, adding to its allure. Hamlet has always loved Ophelia deeply. When he was still a prince, he wrote her many love letters, some of which were very beautiful, saying, "You may doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun moves across the sky, doubt if the truth is a liar, but never doubt my love." However, Ophelia is a gentle and obedient girl who follows her father's and brother's advice, succumbs to family pressure, and keeps her distance from Hamlet. So the queen says, "Let Ophelia see if Hamlet is really mad." Ophelia stages a chance encounter with Hamlet to test him. Initially, their pure love is jeopardized by external pressures, manipulation by malevolent forces, and crucially, the flaws within human nature. Observing these two individuals, seemingly perfect for each other and deeply in love, one might anticipate a positive outcome. Yet, it tragically unravels step by step. Reflecting on it reveals that there are underlying reasons for this deterioration.